guys, it's Kate. Welcome to Covert with the Narcissist 101. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for subscribing. And you haven't subscribed, please do. And don't forget to hit the bell so you know when I upload more videos. Also like and share as well. Guys, today we talk about ways the narcissist pretends to misunderstand you. 5 ways the narcissist pretends to misunderstand you because they are fully committed to misunderstanding you. Okay, they hear you loud and clear. They hear what you're saying, they understand what you're saying, but they're not gonna give into that and tell you I see what you're saying. That would be you coming to a compromise. That's not gonna happen. They're not gonna compromise with you. So let me go ahead and pretend I don't even understand what you're saying. So that way you can spend your time while I watch you pretend to try to drum this in my head when I already laughing inside. I'm like, oh good, you're paying full attention on me, but whatever it is you're saying, I don't care. I just like that you right now 100% of your attention is focused right on me. All right, guys. First one is, I've heard this one you told me, is they do something, they write something, especially now that's we are emailing back and forth, co-parenting. So you get something that they'll write, and then of course you call them out on the BS, like, oh sure, yeah, like I got an email that said, oh, don't schedule the doctor's appointment, the kids' doctor's appointment when I have them. My time is my time with them. I'm like, because anything about medical stuff is that's your concern. That's what he wrote. So I replied, oh, you're right. Anything about them solely is my concern. That is my problem. Now, I guess if he caught himself, he didn't feel like he didn't want to send that message. So he came back with this. It's not my fault you don't understand English. That's one of the response. It's not my fault that you don't understand English. When there was nothing confusing about what he said or what I said. I guess when he got the response back, he felt, oh, wait a minute. That will make me look bad. Hold on, let me go back. Make it look like it's your fault that you didn't understand that this is what I said. You didn't understand what I said. Of course, that's the thing with, documentation, paper trail, is always there. There's no confusing what it was that you meant and didn't mean because it's right there in black and white, Well, another one is, they do something. They'll come back with, well, if that's how you choose to see it, or that's how you see it, of course, this is them. They've done something and you already interpreted what they did, and now talking about that this shouldn't have happened. Now they come back with if that's how you see it, if that's how you choose to see it, when something like this is fact is fact. But of course the narcissist, fact changes with how they feel. So when it's right here, it's like that cup is blue and that's what it is. Everybody knows, you've already seen the color. But your narcissist, now you come back and tell them, well, that cup is blue, and they're coming back with, well, if that's how you choose to see it, because right now what I'm seeing is pink, but if that's what you choose to see, if that's what you choose to see, I'm seeing pink, but if you choose to see blue, then that's what it is. This always happens when you confront them with facts that is undeniable facts. This is something that they'll come up with. And the next one is, of course, when somebody will start with, after all I do for you. Isn't it funny that usually when people that say this are the almost majority of the time are the people that don't do nothing for you. They don't do anything for you. Matter of fact, you are the one that is giving them all the time. But in order to confuse you and not get you over, start thinking that you're doing too much, they will keep talking about how you're not doing enough. In case in point, that's a narcissist. That's their MO. So you keep running and running. There's no end in sight because they don't see any end in sight. You're not supposed to stop running that wheel. So they'll start with, after all I do for you. People always majority of the time are people that don't do anything for you. They start with that, after all I do for you. And of course, that is moving you away from sort of whatever it is you confronted them with. They start with that, after all I do for you. Now you're not talking about after all whatever it is that is supposed to do for you, which, like I said, is nothing. Another one is, this is another one. You're overreactive. You're too sensitive. There are people that don't validate your feelings. You're overreacting. You know, really, it shouldn't even have gone that way. Really, like, how come you reacted to this like that? I mean, this wasn't even that serious. You're too sensitive. It wasn't even like that. Why are you processing it like that? It wasn't. You're just too sensitive. Yeah, that's another way to, for them to intentionally try, pretend to misunderstand you. And the next one is it's another one too. People that always say this usually don't do anything. Is nothing I do is good enough for you. Nothing I do is good enough for you. You've already confronted them with some BS, and instead of them to like, okay, come up with whatever it is, because usually there's nothing to come up with anyway. It is what it is, So what they decide to do in that discussion would be like, nothing I do is good enough for you. When you've confronted them about something that they've done intentionally, that should have been done the right way. Everybody knows they're supposed to be done this way. They went and did it the other way, and then you're like, why did you do that? You totally messed everything up by going that direction. All of that stuff, and then they come up with, nothing I do is good enough for you. So that way, we are talking about nothing, how nothing they do, is good enough. So these are some of the 5 ways the narcissist will pretend, because they are fully committed to misunderstanding you. They hear you. They know what what is being said, but because whatever they feel is fact at any point in time, if they're feeling it, it's fact. If they're not feeling it, then it's not fact. It doesn't matter if it's 5 minutes later. It's not fact. So your fact changes, flip-flop. So when you do confront them like a normal human being that is living in the real world and say, hey, that cup is blue. Why are you talking about you being pink? They'll come up with, if you choose to see it that way, I don't understand. After all I do for you, you choose to argue with me about this, about the color of the cup when we clearly see it's pink. So they are fully committed to misunderstanding you. So when they start up with all this stuff, which, if you stay with them or you've lived with them, I'm sure you've heard at least one of this. If you choose to see it that way, you're overreacting. You're too sensitive. After all I do for you, nothing I do is good enough. Of course, we know those are, projection at best. They're fully committed to not understanding you. All right, guys, get a hold of your mind and everything else will fall into place. Please like and share. Take care.